I took my hair from this to this, cut it, and now my hair looks like this, this, and this. I can rock any length and any style, and that's because my hair is healthy, and health is wealth, baby. So if you have dry, low porosity hair that struggles to absorb product, then you're about to be blessed. Today, I'm sharing the routine that would allow you to rock curls that are moisturized, properly sealed, and able to retain length. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. As you read by the title, we are doing the perfect, ultimate curly hair routine for low porosity hair. Now, if you are unsure whether you have low porosity hair or not, make sure you check out this video. But for the girls of you that know, like me, that you have low porosity hair, let's get right into it. Now, before we get in the shower, we want to try this pre-shampoo routine. You want to start by getting a spray bottle with warm water. Warm water is super important because, as you know, with low porosity hair, the cuticles are really tight and it makes moisture hard to penetrate, whether that's water, whatever the case may be. So we're gonna get that spray bottle with that warm water, and we're gonna apply that water to our hair as well as a little bit on our scalp. We're gonna make sure we use a squeezing technique to help the water just get in there a little bit more. And then we are gonna apply our oil. I like to apply specifically rosemary oil to my scalp and then different oils to my hair. But again, do whatever works for you. What oils does your hair love? And just use that. When you are doing your pre-shampoo routine and you apply oil to your scalp, make sure you massage that in, especially if you're using rosemary oil, just to stimulate the scalp. It gets all the blood flowing, and you want to massage for at least 3 to 5 minutes. You can use like an oil mixture that may have some avocado oil and apply that to the mids and ends. I really would recommend focusing a lot of your oil on your ends because your ends is the oldest part of your hair and most likely the driest, weakest, and most brittle. So get them oils nicely coated on the ends of your hair. If you want to take it a step further, you can warm your oils before applying it to your hair. It's just going to increase the penetration, and it is also an alternative. So if you don't apply warm water, you can apply warm oils. So just play with things and see what works for you. Now that the oil has sit in our hair for some time, we want to make sure it's a minimum of 45 minutes. I would say 45 minutes minimum. If you're really in a rush, I wouldn't even recommend doing your full hair routine. But if you're dead in a rush, 15 minutes. Now it is time to start washing your hair. With low porosity hair, you need to let that water sit and run through your hair before you start your hair routine. Water can literally sit on top of your hair, so you need to let the water run through your hair so it can get through that first layer. To help push the water through your cuticle is going to be really helpful, and using, again, warm water is going to be even more helpful. So the combination of warm water, time, and squeezing is key before we even start shampooing the hair. Now, when we shampoo, we want to shampoo twice. You don't have to do this every time you wash your hair, but it is super helpful if you do have a lot of product and product buildup. I would recommend a detox shampoo over a clarifying shampoo. Clarifying shampoos are a little bit more harsh and drying, and detox shampoos have a little bit more natural and nourishing ingredients, but use what works for you. You don't even have to use a detox or clarifying shampoo. You can just do a shampoo you like. You really don't have to be that extra. So you can use the shampoo of your choice for your first shampoo just to get off all that product, even the oils that you just used for your pre-shampoo treatment. And then you want to shampoo with a moisturizing shampoo. I always recommend that the second shampoo be a moisturizing shampoo just to bring back that moisture and then clean your hair. So the first shampoo gets off the product, gets out excess oil, gets out environmental impurities, and the second shampoo is then actually cleaning your hair because that layer of product is now gone. Now, when it comes to your technique with shampooing, you can use an actual massager to shampoo your hair. You can use your fingertips to shampoo your hair, but I would recommend just keeping the shampoo to your scalp, to your edges, and just to places that you have a lot of product, and just let the rest of the shampoo run through your hair. Usually the rest of your hair doesn't have as much product and it is older and drier, so you don't want to over shampoo your hair and over strip it. And I find that if you are going to shampoo twice, just shampooing and focusing on the scalp and letting it run through your hair when you rinse it out works well and has been working really good for me. So try that out. But again, trial and error. Figure out what works for you. If you feel like you really need to shampoo and really get the ends and get everything, then you do that. When it comes to deep conditioning, there is so many ways you can go about deep conditioning. I'm just gonna give you, I might give you more than one option, but we'll see. Let's start with option 1. Throughout this time, the water that we are using is warm water. We're gonna keep to warm water for our entire wash routine. Now, usually people put conditioner right after shampooing. Now for low porosity hair, I recommend instead of using conditioner next, use your mask. This can be an actual marketed mask, or it can just be a deep conditioner, a conditioner that has a little bit of a thicker texture. I have this mask in front of me, for example. This is the Function of Beauty Coily Hair Mask, and I do like this mask. But another good option is the medium conditioner from Pattern Beauty. This conditioner is on my list for good products for low porosity hair, so you can use this as well. It still is that thicker, deeper conditioning touch, but it's not necessarily marketed as a mask. And with your mask, apply it everywhere. I would even say put that mask on your scalp as well, and always make sure that your ingredients are for the most part water-based, especially during the first part of your hair routine. So masks are usually water-based. Like this, the first ingredient in this specific mask is water. And if you have an itchy, dry, flaky scalp, putting that mask on your scalp is a great way of getting that moisture without getting that oiliness on your scalp, right? Because you are going to wash it out. However, what moisturizes hair is water. A lot of people get that confused. Oil does not moisturize your scalp. Water does. So if your scalp feels dry, you need to be using water-based products. If your hair feels dry, you need to be using water-based products. Where I'm not I'm just gonna apply my mask to my mids to my ends. No, I apply and massage that everywhere. It not only is good for overall moisture, but also it makes your hair smell even better. When you're really working your products in your hair and it smells good, your hair is gonna smell even better. This has notes of peach. It smells so good, and it's just perfect for the summer, and I want to smell good. So that's like a little touch, right? It's gonna make your hair smell good and moisturize it without it feeling extra like weighed down or anything like that. Now for low porosity hair, the ultimate trick, key, whatever secret is using heat. Okay, using heat in different ways. Obviously not overdoing it, because you don't want to overdo anything, but using heat in very strategic ways is, like, I would say a must when it comes to low porosity hair. So when you are applying your mask, this is a great time to use heat, and you can go about this in different ways. You can actually warm up the product itself, have it sitting in a little bowl of warm hot water, whatever the case may be. Let it sit in there, so when you're ready to use it, you can scoop it out and apply it to your hair. You can also do this by putting on a cap after you apply the mask and actually wrapping the cap in a warm towel and letting that sit as you do the rest of your shower. Or my favorite is steaming. I love to steam my hair. Now I do steaming a different way, and you guys can see that in my curly hair routine. I wouldn't really steam my hair when I apply my mask, but you can do that. I wouldn't recommend using steam from the shower, because that will probably, you would have to have the water at a certain temperature, and that might not be the best for your skin, where it's stripping your skin of oils. Honestly, just warming the product before you apply it is the easiest way, and you let that sit in your hair for the rest of your shower. So you're gonna wash your skin, do your shower oil, shave, exfoliate, whatever you do in the shower, baby, go crazy. Now once your body is clean and all that good stuff, you can rinse out the mask. I would recommend rinsing out the mask right before you do your last step in terms of cleaning your feminine area. But one thing for me that has helped tremendously in terms of rinsing out any deep conditioner or mask is not rinsing it out in a way where the shower is running and you're just letting all the product run down your back, butt, everything. I like to stand like this, turn my head down, and let it all rinse this way. Rinsing your hair upside down is going to minimize the product running down your body so much, and it makes way more sense because you have the conditioner sitting in your hair while you clean your skin. Why would you rinse it out that way? You don't have to wash your skin again. So So that is one little trick. It doesn't matter what porosity hair you have. I think rinsing out your product that way is gonna just help with a lot of different things. It is also a plus if you have the handheld attachment to your shower head, because then you can get every corner of your hair. Once that's all rinsed out, you wanna apply your regular conditioner. Apply your regular conditioner how you would. You clean your feminine area and then you get out of the shower. This is for me where I would use that steaming and that real heat. If you use it in the shower, I don't recommend using it here. But if you don't, this is when I would recommend it. So now you have the conditioner in your hair, and this is when I would recommend tangling. You can apply more conditioner as you're going. Let's say you need a little bit more for a particular section because it's a little bit more tangled, whatever the case may be. But you're just gonna apply your conditioner, you're going to detangle your hair, and you're gonna section it off. I like to do max 4 sections, but again, whatever works for you. If you need 6, if you need 8 sections, so do what works for you. The conditioner is going to give you the slip and hydration you need for detangling, and the steaming is just going to make that product penetrate even more. And when you steam and detangle on clean hair, I just feel like the products are way more effective. Now your hair is in sections, it's detangled, and it's time to rinse out the conditioner. If you are someone that really struggles and feels like products do not penetrate your hair and sits on top of your hair, that warming the product technique can be extremely helpful. For this routine, we're doing a wash and go. So we're gonna apply a leave-in, a cream, and or a mousse. Your leave-in is the most important. You squeeze it out and apply it to your hair as you normally would. Now, you've already detangled. You don't need to use any brush or anything anymore. Your fingers are gonna be your best friend. You want to take your time, do each sections, and apply the product with your fingers, doing kind of like a raking action. And you wanna take your time and do each curl and separate each curl. Then you're gonna apply your cream, whatever you choose to use. I know some people skip the cream and go right into a mousse. Now, this pretty much follows the LCO method, which is my favorite method, all right? It is leave-in, cream, and then oil. Now, before you apply your gel, you're going to mist your hair with cold water. Take that spray bottle, put cold water in it, because this is going to seal the cuticle back together. So it traps all that moisture you just allowed to penetrate with heat into that hair. And then squeeze the excess products and water out of your hair. Then you are gonna apply your favorite gel. This is gonna give you that definition and hold so that your wash and go just looks chef's kiss, baby, chef's kiss. Finally, when it comes to products, I love to seal my hair with oil, focusing on the ends. Sometimes I overdo it, but I really be oiling the ish out of my ends. I hold my ends and baby, I'm getting them ends, all right? So I like to do that. You don't have to be as extra as I am. Now it's time to dry your hair, and you're gonna use a blow dryer with a diffuser attachment to dry your hair. You can have this on cool or low heat, but just to help keep everything sealed, I honestly would recommend cool. Now here's the trick, because I know some people like standing there or sitting there to diffuse your hair is time consuming. If you kind of want that balance in between not taking the time to diffuse your hair for however long it may take, just dry the middle part of your hair. Just literally just focus on the middle part of your hair for as long as you can. We're gonna make sure the roots are dry, because when you have water sitting in your hair, it can lead to mold, bacteria, all that. We don't want that. And especially if your hair takes long to dry, that is more likely to happen. So diffuse that hair. It may take time, but you're watching this video for a reason. You want healthy, flourishing hair. You're gonna have to make the time to get your hair right. Point blank period. It just is what it is. So make that time to diffuse and dry your hair. Once your hair is dry, you're gonna put your hair up in a pineapple. This is just a great way to stretch your hair and to keep its shape. You then wanna make sure the back of your hair as well as your ends are protected. So here's what I like to do. You can take your scarf, do this triangle shape, and just do it this way and tie up your hair like that. And go to sleep. You can also take it a step further and put on your bonnet, because this part might come out. I will say though, if your hair is still damp, I wouldn't layer it on as much. I would keep just this so you can get some air in there, okay? But if your hair is fully dry, you can then protect it even further and apply your bonnet
on top and go to sleep like this. It's up to you. You don't even have to do the scarf. You can just put the bonnet on, because all you really need to get the pineapple look is a nice silk or satin scrunchie, something that is easy to put on, has a good stretch, and is not going to pull on your hair. And that's all you really need. I know some people don't even wrap their hair at night. At least make sure you are sleeping on a silk pillowcase, okay? If you're sleeping on a silk pillowcase and you just don't like the feeling of a scarf or bonnet on your head, that's okay. And there you go. You should wake up in the morning and your hair should just feel shiny. It should look good. It should feel good. A nice stretch, all that good stuff. You can do any finishing steps that you want, like applying a little bit more oil, applying a finishing spray, applying hair perfume. You could then have fun with your edges or style it however you want to style it. But I feel like this routine is one of many great options of a routine that works amazing for low porosity hair. I've created this routine based on what I know has worked for me and just what I know works based on science. But there's an array of things that you can do because your perfect routine is really based on your needs. If you want something that is tailored to you, you're tired of what you've been doing not working out, maybe you've been at the same length for so many years, maybe you're struggling with dryness and it's like, girl, what the actual maybe your hair is changing, it's thinner, you're losing more hair, or you're experiencing a dry, itchy scalp, and that's just something you haven't experienced before. I take the guesswork out of everything for you. I sit down with you and I create a customized plan specific to you and your routine that is actually going to help you move forward towards your goals and your dream hair. You have a consultation with me, you sit down and tell me your hair history, your hair struggles, your hair goals, and I use all that information to create a customized routine and plan for you. And we don't play. It goes down to the shopping list of what to get, what to try, and this plan is specific to you. You're not trying to figure it out on your own, and you end up saving so much more time and money, and that is extremely valuable. So make sure you come over to your girl and get that hair consulting, and I'll get you right. So I'm gonna leave the link at the top of the description, and I will see those of you who do decide to sign up over on my site. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.